frankly, I don't care what you want to be, and you know what, it doesn't really matter what you want to be and where you want to go. It's all about what God wants. But that's not to say that, you know, if you follow the Lord's will that you're not going to get to do anything that you want to do. It's not like that. God doesn't put you in places where you don't want to be and where you're just like, this is miserable. Why did you put me here? I wanted to do this. It's not going to be like that, because the Lord's way is always the best way. And so there might be something that you think that you would love to do. But if it's not the Lord's will, and you might try it out, you might be miserable in it. And just because that's not where God wants you, even though you think you might love it. So you have to be careful and figure out what the Lord wants, because if you go where He wants you to be, then there's no better place to be. Even if it's something that at first you might think, well, maybe I'll try it out. But if that's where God wants you, then you're going to be happy there, and it's not going to be some miserable thing. So if you're not sure what to do or where to go, pray about it, because you just need to seek out the Lord's will. And Jesus said, ask and it will be given you, seek and you shall find, knock and it shall be open to you. So if you seek His will, He will show you where you're supposed to be and what He has for you. He won't let you just go around blind and not know what you're supposed to do or where you're supposed to be. And if you don't know where to go, then Breckbill Bible College is definitely a good place to start, because every Christian needs a good, solid, biblical foundation. And a lot of people will skip over that and they think, well, I'm going to just go to this technical place, or I'm going to go to this bigger university because it specializes in what I want to do. And they skip over the biblical foundation. But we are Christians first and foremost, and that's what's most important. And we are to be a Christian in whatever we do, whether you be a doctor or a teacher or a mechanic or whatever you want to do. You're to be a Christian in that. And we are to go out and to share the gospel with others. And so we need that biblical foundation so that we can know how to talk to people and how to relate to people, how to witness to them. Because if you go to a bigger secular university, I can pretty well guarantee you that you're going to have people attacking your faith. And they're going to come at you left and right if they find out you're a Christian. And they're going to be using arguments that you've never even heard of. And you're not going to know how to dispute that if you've never even heard their argument before. So you need that biblical education so that you can say, this is what I believe, and you can back that up. So everybody needs that foundation so that they can say what they believe and that they can defend it. So at Breckbill, you learn and you learn and you learn, and then you find out how much you don't know and how much you still have to learn. Because the more you learn, the more you realize that you didn't know this, and you learn more, and you find out that there's still so much more to go, and you can never learn as much as there is, because as much as Dr. Cook knows, he's still learning things, and he's still finding out things, and researching things. So it's great, and you need to just like keep looking and keep learning and just finding out things. And the professors here are great, and the faculty is great, and they're your friends, and they're here to help you and encourage you and never tear you down. And yeah, they'll pick on you, but they definitely won't tear you down. But it's all fun, and nobody ever means any harm. And so it's just a great, uplifting place. Everybody's here to help and just guide you spiritually and help you to learn and encourage you to learn and just help you with all kinds of problems. And especially if you start to think about something and a light bulb comes on and you're just like, wow, I've never really thought about it that way, and you take it to a professor, then they get encouraged by that, and they get encouraged by the fact that you're interested in something and that you're learning, and you just kind of feed off each other with the excitement, and you learn more and more. So I just encourage you to pray about what God wants you to do and figure out what He wants you to do, because God can do amazing things through you, but you have to surrender your life to Him and say, okay, Lord, I'm willing to go where you want me to go and do what you want me to do. Because if you just follow your own way, you're not going to be happy no matter what you think you want to do it. You might think, okay, this is what I want to do, I know this. But if it's not the Lord's will, then you're not going to be happy. You're never going to be happy until you surrender your life to the Lord and you go where He wants you to go. So even if it's not Breckbill, I mean, if God wants you somewhere else, then you definitely need to follow. But it's definitely a great place to go, even if you're still just trying to figure something out and you think, well, I don't really know. Does God want me here? Does He want me somewhere else? It's a good place to go, because at least you're studying the Bible, you're studying the Lord and things of the Lord, and that's definitely what He wants you to do in all things. Whether you're at some other university, then you still need to be studying the Word and studying the things of the Lord. So if you're not sure, just this is a good place to be, because you're going to be in the Word and you're going to be studying the things of the Lord. So it'll definitely impact your life and help you to grow spiritually, because you're constantly in classes that are talking about the Bible and the Lord, and you're just constantly, even if you're trying to get away from it, you can't, because there constantly is just, you have to study the Word and just different things, and it just, you grow closer to God whether you're even realizing it or not, and it just affects you in so many ways, and it's just great. And I know that the professors and the faculty can see you grow, even if you don't realize it yourself, but you do grow, and they can see it, and then they can see the change that goes on in your life. So but definitely just be praying about it, especially as you're getting to the point of either graduated or graduating, or just whatever. Just be thinking about it and praying about it, because the Lord can definitely use you, but you have to be willing to give your life to Him.